What is up, everybody? Welcome back. You're in the Bianconeri Zone live. My name is Justin Sofro. With me today, as always, is my boy Julian Ginotti, and again, Alejandro Fancello. Nice to be doing this regularly with you all. Finally doing a day after kind of breakdown, kind of what we saw, look forward to what's going to happen with Juventus through the season, following Juventus's win over Sampdoria, 3-2 at home. I guess first home win at Allianz Stadium. How are you guys doing today?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Justin?
I'm doing well. A couple things I actually want to talk about. I will get to them later, just a little bit off topic with some stuff from this weekend. Have a little fun with it, but doing okay. Just stuff, I'll just say this: it was a good weekend. All my big teams won. Louisville won, Juventus won, Syracuse won, and then most importantly, my Cincinnati Bengals won, and just put on an explosive performance. Nothing, like barely even anything from him. Anyway, how you guys doing? How was your all's weekend?
I had tryouts on Saturday, which is why we couldn't really do the pregame on Saturday. But I got rained on heavily. It was nice.
Got get a little bit wet. Anyway, yeah, not too bad. What did you? How was your weekend, Alejandro?
We won. So it was okay.
That's fair. That's a good point. Anyway, Julian, what did you really get from what you saw from the match against Sampdoria? We were texting about it earlier at 6 a.m, so I was half awake on my couch. Yeah. I think my wife woke me up literally. So she was heading to church, and I was on the couch upstairs asleep halfway through the second half, and she had to wake me up so that way I could continue to see what was happening. Didn't miss much, but anyway, tell me what you really made of yesterday's, or not yesterday. What is today? Yeah, yesterday's win.
Yesterday. It's been like a day and a half since the game, but like it is still yesterday.
It feels so long ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But yeah, so basically same shit happened. Mental mistakes cost us goals against, off a corner again. That's 3 goals off set pieces now since the beginning of in 6 league matches. It's not good enough, especially for a coach that demands concentration, focus, and all that shit. Quadrado loses the ball. We get scored on right after 80th minute or whatever. Condreva's goal, 83rd minute. Too late in the game to be doing that. Had to take care of the ball. I'm sure he said that after the game too. He's been saying it after every game. You had to take care of the ball. Mm-hmm. And as I said, where's our guy Daniel Shakat? We're scoring goals. I had no doubt about it. We have good enough players to score a bunch of goals, and that's what it is so far. We're outscoring our mistakes in these wins. Still not good enough though. By no stretch of the imagination, it's not good enough.
Well, I think
we take the 3 points.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take those 3 points anytime you can get it. I guess that's kind of something. I guess we can go into a little bit. I wanted to talk about here locally. I've been dealing a lot with this with local fans of teams here locally, but this is very pertinent. It works just as well when it comes to Juventus in the current situation. Basically, a lot of what I've been getting from people, I'll say Louisville won, Kentucky won here locally, look kind of like crap in their wins. Pulled out a win regardless. I'm not gonna say Juventus looked like crap in their win, but they struggled in certain aspects of the game. I feel like it's not a stretch of the imagination to say that. But basically, a lot of the pushback I've been getting, a lot of the pushback I get sometimes on this channel from people, whenever Juventus wins at a game that maybe, it wasn't beautiful, but a win's a win kind of thing. And they always like to say you can't be mad after a win, bruh. You can't be mad. You can't be mad after a win. I'm like, yes, okay, I'm not mad, but I'm allowed to be constructive in my criticism and saying, no offense, Bruno, but Sampdoria is not exactly the team that I want my standard to be set at for Juventus. Yeah. I want to be able to. I don't want to say you don't have to steamroll the competition, but you should. If you look at what we had in the match yesterday, you should have had an easy 3-goal lead by the 20th minute. You had Alvaro Manata, you had Federico Chiesa, both, miss on perfect opportunities. Chiesa was not the Chiesa that I know of at all during most of that match yesterday.
He was not good.
Yeah.
That's an understatement, I think. Going back to your winning ugly stuff.
Yeah.
It's okay if you win like 1-0. It's a clean sheet, and you make no mistakes defensively. You get the goal, whatever. That's a good win.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that kind of ugly win. 3-2, I don't like that.
Yeah. Alejandro, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, also, Chiesa did everything yesterday wrong. What Allegri is saying, he needs to improve.
Yep.
Yeah.
And people were saying that Allegri was basically calling him out, which he was not. He's helping him. Because what he did yesterday, he also did last season in certain moments, in certain games. And he needs to improve that. It's not a criticism. It's help. Because if he gets that out of his game, yesterday he scores. He even gives an assist yesterday again. Because before Locatelli scores, if he just shoots earlier, it's goal. If he just squares it to his right, it's also a goal. So that's something he needs to improve to become, like I said, world class, which he's not at the moment. He's just very, very good.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where I look at it and I'm wondering, like, did Chiesa's almost blunder, and that's the only term I can really think of right now to use. In that the way I guess I don't want to say phase, but whatever happened there to set up the Locatelli goal, like, did that end up actually being a positive? Because I literally remember watching him, and he just walked right into a defender. Like, he just, like I was waiting for, I was like, okay, he's going to do something. He's going to make the pass. He's going to take a shot himself. And just nothing. He literally just looked like my toddler every morning running into my bed. Like, every single day, just right into it and done. I didn't know what he was doing, but it ended up working out well because then the ball ended up going back out to Kulusevski eventually, then to Locatelli for that score. I don't know what was with Chiesa, but one thing I am glad I'm liking to see a coach like Allegri, who, Chiesa, you can look at be one of our the stars. I guess you'd say a star of Juventus right now, even though I guess he's going to Chelsea soon, from what I've heard. Anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit too. But overall, basically, when it comes... What's up? You got something to say?
No, I just want to say, according to Tuttosport, the UEFA dropped all, basically, punishments against all teams. So even the 9 teams who end up paying a fine. But
How stupid did they look? Oh my god.
So I guess
we're Tuttosport. So I think we should just wait a bit.
Yeah.
But wait. Oh no, everybody is reporting it now.
So I guess what I take from that is Sheffrin was starting to feel the fire under his ass, and he basically did whatever he could to save himself. Drop everything, everybody else. Nothing to see here. Nothing to do. Move on. What?
This also means the clubs will all try again because they can't be stopped at this point.
Yeah.
How stupid do they look?
She look very stupid at the moment.
It looks stupid, but then I wonder, like, what does that mean? You look into the future, but, like, not that, obviously you can't trust these guys, but, like, you can't trust anybody, but it's like, now it's so weird, because, like, the only 3, and then it's weird to say they're trustworthy, but, like, the ones that, the strongest ones when it comes to this are obviously Juventus, Real Madrid, and Barcelona together. They actually seem to have some kind of a, I don't know what you want to call it, bond or whatever it has to actually see this out. While any chance, any sniff, if you will, of some kind of negative, something happening, sanctions or not even sanctions, I don't know what you can really say, but something negative, the Premier League teams are going to collapse out of there and peace out. That's the only thing I worry about in the future. But also after dealing with this year and all the crap that's been going on with it, hearing we don't have money, seeing the red that Juventus is in. It'll be nice to, kind of get the ball rolling. Hopefully to be like, give me that 400, whatever it was. Was it million or was it more than that?
Oh, anyway. The capital game? Yeah, it was 400 mil.
Yeah.
So all these months basically, and all those, I don't know how you call it, threats or how you call them, were all for nothing. And I still found the whole situation very weird because the English teams just dropped out very, very quickly. It didn't make any sense. Nothing made sense from the entire story. So, I don't know, man. It's weird because all those clubs also signed something with the English FA. So, like how you call it? The government of football in England, basically.
Yeah, Football Association.
But if the UEFA thing is not valid, then also what they signed is not valid at some point. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think Agnelli is dancing right now.
100%.
That's all I
That's
know.
why, the letter came out, right? Like,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have made that letter statement today to his shareholders if this wasn't going to happen.
This is, yeah. Let's see.
I love it because I was all for the Super League.
Yeah, it's a solid move for us going forward, and I know so many people were negative on it, but like looking at just the Mercado aspect of it, and then just watching, like I said, PSG, Man City, whoever have you out there, scooping, grabbing whatever they want. Now I don't even care. I don't care about our our the look of wanting to, you know what I mean. I don't want to say fair play, but you know what I mean. Any kind of
Also, J.P. Morgan, I think 1 month ago, said all teams are still in it. So
they did.
Because they need to pay fines, and those fines were like big fines. I mean, even if you're a rich club, it's a complete waste of money if you need to pay something and you get nothing in return, basically. So that's why I think it's still gonna happen at some, maybe in different shape or something like that.
Yeah, they're gonna change the rules to it.
Yeah,
but it's still gonna happen, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, those 3 clubs are pushing it, like. Like the only one, so they very well knew what they were doing, in my opinion. So yeah, let's see.
Well, that's interesting. That'll be something to keep an eye on to see if that ends up resurging. I wonder how long it'll take before they start trying to enact, the Super League, or actually get it back on its feet. I wonder how long that might take. We'll keep our eye out for any kind of timeline that may be unfolding from that. Anyway, back to what we were, I guess, before the news broke. We were really getting into, I guess, the match that we saw. I guess the last thing I really talked about was just Chiesa and his... Oh, that's what it was. Okay, sorry. Back on track. Chiesa and his... I liked what I saw and what I heard. I really enjoyed hearing that from Allegri. Basically just coming out and saying, giving criticism. And to me, again, I think Alejandro and I talked about this, or at least I talked about it when we did the live post-match, and I was basically saying criticism is always used in a negative sense, but criticism isn't always a bad thing. Like, Julian's a coach. Julian can tell you give criticism to your players to help build them, better their situation, grow as players, overall.
Yeah, 100%. Constructive criticism is always good.
Yeah, so you need that out there, and I think it's so good because that's one thing when you say you have I would take Chiesa and say that he's a star player for Juventus. It's good that you can actually go out there and criticize and tell these, teach them, give them teaching moments, give them learning moments, whatever have you. Especially when you look at guys, and I hate to go back there, but a guy like Ronaldo, when do you ever see them really go and sit down and be like, he's doing this wrong, he's doing that wrong, he's doing whatever. It's just kind of like, go out there, roll the ball out there, do whatever you want, for the most part.
Yeah.
And he just kind of gets free range. And I mean, that's not a criticism about him. It's more of a criticism of the coaches. The coaches, Maurizio Sarri, Pirlo, were not ready to, be the Allegri kind of figure. You need, we talk about it here locally, Louisville, Kentucky, all that when it comes to basketball. You need to have a coach that thinks that they're bigger than the program, which is rare. That you find a guy like I don't know how much you guys know about like who Rick Pitino or John Calipari, any of those guys are, but they are egomaniacs. You need to have somebody like that as a coach in general. And I think that works for Juventus too, where you need to have somebody like that. What else did you really see when you watched the game?
Me?
I mean, either one of you, whoever wants to talk. I've talked a lot.
Yes, Locatelli scored a goal. Yes, he got an assist, but he still wasn't that great. He still lost the ball a lot, in my opinion. He's wasteful with his passes. Again, constructive criticism. I'm not trying to shit on the guy because he did contribute 2 goals, but he was still wasteful with a bunch of his passes. I hate 4-4-2, man. I can't stand it. I can't stand watching it. I can't stand us trying to build out of it because it's not good. There's nothing our guys cannot do it. We're set out to play a 4-4-2, and our talent alone is winning us games at this point.
Mm-hmm.
There's no style. There's no style to our play.
It's starting to wear on me as well. Like it's more like it literally. I was tired already, but it put me to sleep in the second half. it put me to freaking sleep, and you had to have my wife wake me up to be like, "Hey, Juventus is on," and I'm like, "Oh yeah," like that's how bad it was. Like yeah. And I mean, not that this is a job, but it's 6:30 in the morning for me. I went to sleep at 2, and I had to wake up 4 hours later to watch this game. And I mean, if not, Alejandro yells at me, and I get in trouble, and I get told I'm never hosting another show. So I have to do it. I have to get out. Anyway, so just overall, yeah, it was good to get a win. I'm happy to get 3 points. Let me actually dive into a couple of these because I apologize, guys, for not doing it too bit. What's up, Usman? And then Usman did say, you can't be mad at a win, Justin. I can't tell how much. It might be a little bit of joking there, but at the same time, what's it called? I think you can, like I said, you can be harsh when it comes to teams that you should expect more from, like Juventus. Also, he had a question. I don't know if you might be able to help with this, Leandro, if you know. He's trying to buy tickets for Juve or Chelsea Juve. Anyone know any sites or anything like that are good for those? I don't even know how. Yeah.
If you want to go watch in London, it's sold out.
Really?
It's England. There's no ticket available, and I don't think Juve are opening up the away fans because I don't think you need to go. If you go to London, you come back, you need to quarantine for like 10 or 14 days, something like that, unless you live in London. But I don't think Juventus are officially selling tickets like they did against Malmo.
Yeah. I didn't know if they've done that with every game that's an away game. I guess you do it maybe in Serie A. I guess you could do it because they're in Italy, so it's not
Serie A, you can buy tickets via Juventus, but for Europe they're not selling them. I mean, Juventus are not selling them officially.
No, that makes yeah. And then we have Naim Kuric, who's Forza Juve Finale Fine from Bosnia Herzegovina, Herzegovina, right? Is that how you write it? Yeah, I was just go too fast. Awesome, man. Appreciate you joining the channel. If it is a man or madam, either way, but I appreciate you joining.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do appreciate it. It's awesome having people from different countries and stuff like that. I love when you guys speak up and let us know where you're from and stuff like that. It's so interesting to hear your all's point of view, too. Mohammed says, guys, stay confident, believe, even if it sounds cliche, but I believe the team will perform better than we think, just like the Milan game of how they surprised us, and I know Milan isn't Chelsea. One thing I will say, and I'm not saying this is confident, but I'd be happy with a draw. If we can get a draw from Chelsea, get a point off them,
that's a positive result.
For sure.
Yeah,
I said that even when we had Dybala and Morata. We'll take a draw. Now, without them, I will definitely take a draw, but I don't think we even...
Yeah, sorry. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Also,
Dybala and Morata aren't playing.
Yeah. Also, Chelsea are quite banged up with players. Mm-hmm. Last time I checked. Yeah, they have some injuries, and also some are not, like Havertz and Mount are not playing very good at the moment. But, I mean, missing Dybala and Morata, and I said it before, for Allegri, Morata is a key player because he holds up the ball. And Keane can do that, in my opinion, and Bernardeschi. Yeah.
We're going to get into Bernardeschi.
Not even Kulusevski can do that, so just... point that out. He will need to play in a completely different game.
I mean, it's a game where you're going to need guys like Chiesa to really step up big. And which is sad that I'm saying just to get a draw is honestly how I feel. But, I mean, I'm not going to be full negative.
Crazier shit has happened.
Yeah, no, it's very true. But, when you look at it, you sit down and you look at, so it's going to be Keane and Kulusevski starting off, more than likely?
I think so, yeah. I don't think Bernardeschi started. I mean, not as a striker. I think he will play Cuadrado to fill in, or no, basically, to fill in for Dybala somehow. I mean, not in the same position, but to give that attacking impulse, basically.
Yeah.
More. So that's why I don't think Bernardeschi's playing. He's not playing as a striker.
No.
I don't think Kulusevski can do that. By any means, but I think he's more adapted to play that role, even if it's not going to be pretty.
Mm-hmm. And that goes
just
you
because he's
can't
played
play
there
that.
before, right? Just because he played
Yeah.
there for Sweden and he played it with us a couple times already this year and last year.
yeah.
And that's what I say. If he's gonna play Bernardeschi or Kulusevski, it's gonna be 4-4-2, but it's not gonna be the same setup. They will need to, I think, drift out to the right, to the left, because nobody can hold up play. So you need to play a completely different game.
Yeah, and that goes to FKPMP's question of what will our attack be for Chelsea, and I think that's basically what we were looking at, because you don't have a lot of options, unfortunately, right now with the way things are sitting, just because of injuries and whatever have you. But they're also confident in saying, mark my words, and I know they've said this multiple times, Juve will win against Chelsea. Are you saying this week? Because they have 2 times. They have 2 chances to win against Chelsea. Now, I don't, not that, and when I say this, and I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, not that I have confidence either way, but I'd be more confident about a shot at home than I would on the road. Let's see.
I said I was very confident when we had all of our squad together. I was confident in getting a result. I'm not confident anymore. Our quality is just like not there.
There's quality, and to me, a lot of it is really just a lot of my things that perturbed me a lot. It's just the effort that's given, the effort that's out there. It's you play a solid first 20, 30 minutes before you end up crapping, and then it's like as soon as they had that goal, the first goal from Sampdoria. And it was kind of like a little bit of the air went out of the tires, a little bit. And they kind of do that every single time where they bring a lot of energy early and then they kind of shut it down. And that's what...
when they score first, they've scored first like almost every game this year.
Yep. Yeah.
And then they just collapse in front. If you do that against Chelsea and they have their full complement of players, like, look out.
Yeah.
It's going to be caving in.
I see Usman saying Chelsea were awful against City. I said that yesterday against Justin. They didn't play well, and City should have scored 4 goals basically. But that's not the real Chelsea. But even then, they're very hard to beat. They conceded now, I think, 3 goals in 7 games in the Premier League. That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they play bad against City, that's 1 game. I mean, we are playing bad all season long. So I will take 1 game against City playing bad, than playing 7 games bad, which include Empoli and teams like that. So I said it against Justin yesterday. We have a problem converting chances.
Yep.
Before yesterday, so before the game against Sampdoria, we needed 10 shots, so on target, off target, for 1 goal. That's way too much for the qualities we have up top. So. And I think yesterday we made it even worse. I think it's at 11 now. Last time I checked, something almost 11. But Chelsea don't concede 11 shots on target a game.
No.
I mean, against City was a one-off. They concede. I looked it up. I think it was not even 3. I think it was 2 and a bit. So that means we won't score. Statistically, we won't score. Yeah, and also Chelsea don't need a lot of chances to score. They're very clinical. So I said it yesterday against Justin. We need to keep it very, very tight and just basically hope the ball drops at a good position once. I don't know, Cuadrado with some cross, and I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Something falls to Keane, it's like 12 yards out.
Yeah, but also that's why missing Dybala and a free kick or something like that is losing Dybala is very, very big. So yeah, I'm not that confident.
No, and I agree. Hamad kind of agrees with kind of the point, and basically saying that the amount of goals we concede is very alarming. Even if we're winning in the league, you continue to give up goals to, no matter what you're gonna say. I don't want to say bums, but like teams that are not very good, teams that it shouldn't happen. So we'll continue to monitor that, see how that goes. Let me get a couple more of these before. Oh, you got some?
Yeah. Well, for me, what is more alarming is that we concede a lot of goals whilst conceding very few chances. So basically every shot on goal is a goal. And that's more worrying than conceding 10 goals now, or 11.
Yep.
I think
it's 10 and 10. We got 10 goals for, 10 goals against.
I think I will look it up maybe for tomorrow for the preview, but it's not like we could see 10 shots on target every game. We could see like 2 or 3, and they're all goals. That's the problem at the moment, because you can concede 2 or 3 shots on target. That's normal. That's football. I mean, even if you play against Venezia, you will concede a shot on goal at some point.
Yeah.
You know, but if every shot on goal becomes a goal, then you are in a big trouble.
Yeah, that's the thing I've been pointing to game after game, and then like at least the last couple games, that literally, like I said, you look at it and you look at Juventus, 16 shots for 3 goals. I think is what maybe it may have been more at the end, but I think it was like 16, and then 25 for 3 as well the game match before. But then both of those games had 10 total shots, or the first one had 10 total shots, 5 total shots for Sampdoria. Spezia was 10, but then so you got 2 out of 5. 3 of them were on target for Sampdoria. It's insane. Like, you know, that, yes, while you're shutting them down, a lot of the times when you do, you're so open. I don't know. Like, they can't be that accurate the entire time. Dominique says, I think if we manage to win against Chelsea, this could be the turning point of the season. Chelsea and Bayern are arguably the best teams so far. A win could change their mental and self-belief direction. I don't disagree with Dominique. I think if they do make a win, I don't know. It's difficult to say how well it bodes for the entire season, but I do think it would do a lot to bolster that mentality and that confidence moving forward, instead of looking like meek little mice when they go out there.
If we win tomorrow without Dybala and Morata, I think we're off for the season. I really think. I think the belief in the team will be at an all-time high. All-time high going off the last 2.5 seasons.
Yeah.
If you win against the European champion without basically your most important players, starters, then, I mean, if that doesn't boost morale, nothing will boost morale this season.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, also, I said it against Justin, if it was you miss Morata and you miss, I would say, a left back, then okay, but you miss 2 starting attackers.
Yeah.
That's very, I mean, when does that happen in one game?
Yeah.
I mean, I would,
especially a guy like with Morata's Champions League pedigree as well, for us especially.
Yeah.
Like, he's got that pedigree for us. Not for many other teams, but like when he's played with us, he's scoring in the Champions League. And it's Champions League night, and we're missing him. It's big.
I'd say if you go in there and you pull out a victory against Chelsea in London, I feel like what has to happen with that. I mean, with you guys, I'm sure you guys will talk about that in the preview tomorrow. You know what they'll have to do.
We'll play at home.
Say that again. Oh, is that at home?
Yeah, we're home.
We play at home.
I don't know why I thought we said London earlier. Okay, never mind. It's at home. Well, then if it's at home, I mean, this is your chance to do it, which is unfortunate, honestly. I don't know why I was thinking it was away. Anyway, okay. Well, fuck what I said. Anyway, I guess
I thought the same thing last week. So
do what? Did I do?
I thought the same thing. I thought we were playing away. No, I thought we were playing Zenit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I think I was dreaming or hoping that we were playing Zenit at least. Anyway, okay, well, I guess if you play them at home and you can pull out a victory, then yeah, I think it's a good way to definitely go off and then build off it. But I guess if there anything that has to come of it, in those moments you had to have guys like Keane and Kulusevski actually clicking when it comes to, even if Kulusevski's not scoring goals, because right now he's been a little bit anemic when it comes to scoring, but he does help create opportunities. You've seen it multiple times with Moise Kean when they're out there, that they can gel well together to create something. Whether it means Keane will actually be able to finish, we'll see, but maybe something there will click for him.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that we're being a bunch of Debbie Downers.
Sorry, I hadn't gotten down.
Sorry, am I cutting out?
No, you're good. I said sorry, I hadn't gotten down there yet.
Oh, sorry. So a bunch of people are calling us Debbie Downers. If your guys are betting people, the odds for us to win tomorrow are 4.15, and Chelsea's are 1.87, and they're away.
How much?
So it's not just us that's thinking we're not. Like, a lot of people are saying Chelsea are going to win.
I mean, I don't think it's I don't think it's us being negative saying that Chelsea's going to win. They literally won the Champions League. They were literally the European.
We're in our worst spell in 10 years.
Yeah, with injuries. Like, it's, Yeah. I mean, I that's again why I feel like I'm being more of a homer by saying that I would be happy with a draw, because to me. Maybe it's the American in me, but whenever there's a draw is a loss to me. I don't care about the point. Throw the point away. It's a loss. But in this situation, I'll take it. You know, I don't know. That's the way I look
Yeah.
at it. But yeah, I think it's fair. James Soden says, "What's up, guys? Let's go Orange." Just I see the Cowboys to win tonight. Let's see. I don't know about that, but yeah, I do agree with you there. We got a little got my two teams right here. Hopefully they'll end up pulling it out throughout the season. Let's see. I want to get to these ones where people are being negative about you, and I want to find that one. Oh wait, here we go. Tariro's here. Let's see what Tariro's doing today. He says we can win against Juve if we play on the counter because they have a better. We can win against Chelsea, but you said Juve.
Yeah.
Unless you are a Chelsea fan. We play the counter because they have a better midfield. So if Chiesa and Cuadrado start in a 4-2-3-1, they can exploit the back three, but without Dybala and Alvaro, whatever. 1-1 draw. Here's the problem. I don't think, and we talked about this a little bit, Alejandro and I talked about this the other day. Nothing's changing right now. I think it's going to be a 4-4-2 for the foreseeable future. He's not changing. Yeah. So I hate to do this because I said it last time, and I think it put out a negative kind of connotation of me saying throw out all the different formations you all want to do. But until he shows that he's going to do anything different, it's going to be 4-4-2.
Yep.
For a lot of the season.
You're exactly right, Justin.
Thank you. I like to hear that.
So he's not changing that for a big game. I mean, before the Champions League game, with Dybala, Morata being out, I mean, the team looks already confused out there.
Yeah.
So, let alone, I mean, Allegri strolling up today on training and saying, you know, guys, we're playing 4-3-1-2. I mean, go out there against Chelsea and do your thing. That's not happening.
You thought McKennie was confused before?
Yeah. Oh my God.
If he starts,
You
yeah.
You thought
McKennie.
Kulusevski didn't know what he was doing before?
You will play McKennie behind strikers.
Yeah.
If you had to start,
MVP.
I say if you had to start one, him or Bernardeschi, which one are you going with?
Oh, it's McKennie. Fuck Bernardeschi. Sorry for my language.
It depends.
Sorry for cussing. Usman brings up
If you
Sizzle.
play him in midfield, I will say McKennie. But if you want to play McKennie again on top or something like that, then I will choose Bernardeschi.
That's fair.
Because at least he played there in the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
mean-
He says Allegri is a large personality and has a very large presence. I compare his coaching style to that of the Chicago Bulls, Phil Jackson back in the day. We don't need a Mu or Conte. We need a general the team can trust. Basically saying Allegri's that guy. I mean, I think he has the personality for it. I mean, he also has a history of it. We know what he brings to the table. It's going to take time, and it's going to take his pieces that he needs as well, which doesn't really say much for the season. You know, I mean, I'm sure he can't work a miracle right away. And again, smiley face. You bring up like a 4-5-2. Wait, what?
It's too many players.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what? You want us to cheat? Oh, okay.
I wish we could do that.
I bet 4-4-2 is what he said. Yeah, okay, I see it now. Muhammad, here it is. Julian, I told you to stay confident. Go to your room. So, I mean, he's in his house or whatever, so he's already in technically his room.
Yeah.
Junie says, do you think we need to play Cuadrado as a right wing or right back versus
Right wing.
Yeah.
At this moment, no? I mean,
Yeah,
basically every game, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If Cuadrado and Danilo are fit, just push Cuadrado up the field. I don't know. I mean, last season I understood why you play Cuadrado out there, but this season I expect him to be used on the wing much more often than at a right back or something like that.
Yep.
Especially when Danilo's good to go. It's not really needed.
Yeah.
But
Also when Sandro's playing, because yesterday he lost his man on the goal. But I saw the newspapers giving him a 4.5 and a 5. I was a bit surprised because I thought he had an okay game.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good. He wasn't 2017 Sandro, but he was pretty good.
Yeah, but some newspapers gave him a 5 or a 4.5. I thought it was a bit harsh. And also the same newspapers were giving Bernardeschi a 6.5.
Oh my god.
So I think there's a weird agenda in Italian media at the moment.
No, Italian media have an agenda. Anyway, Bone says they got notification late for this live. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, my guy. Sometimes they go out, sometimes they don't. Hopefully, you end up getting them most of the time. Also, while we're here, can you guys go ahead and get us a few more likes if you could. Go ahead and get the likes up. If we get it up to 20 for today, I'd be happy. Get the likes up, and then also subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let's see. A French girl says Juve will have a hard time scoring against Mendy.
Yeah, he's a top 10 goalkeeper in Europe easily.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere, and he's a bit like the Milan goalkeeper. I forgot his name.
Mike Magnan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same. Both came a bit out of not nowhere, but they're not high expectations, but they are proving to be top goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Magnan's underlying his
Yeah.
His stats are very good. Even with I think it was a Lille, right? Or Lille or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. His
Lille.
stats were unbelievable. So they're comparable to Donnarumma's shot stopping.
Wait, is he French or?
Mike Magnan, I think he's French.
So he's gonna replace Lloris.
He should.
Mm-hmm.
Because Lloris is even
Or
yesterday.
Meslier from Leeds is very good as well.
Yeah. What's Mandy?
Mendy is he's African. I don't remember which country though.
Okay.
Sotz's beard squad. Yeah. I never noticed that before. I never noticed that we all had beards, but yeah, that's true. Let's see. Bone said Julian's two predictions came right for the last two matches. Oh, for the last two matches. De Ligt and Lucas scoring, so request him to give a good prediction for Chelsea match. You'll hear that tomorrow, right? Yep. Tomorrow on the live, they'll be doing the pre-match and whatever have you with that, and then you'll be able to hear his prediction. Hopefully, it will bode well for Juventus. But we are Debbie Downers, as my guy Usman likes to say. I just get the feeling that we're going to kill Chelsea. They're not in form as well, guys. Yeah, but we're not in form. This is the only problem.
Not in form. Chelsea's lost one game this year.
Yeah.
And it was to City.
I like to keep bringing the positivity, I guess. Keep it up. If it pans out well, it pans out well. We'll see what happens there overall. I guess, okay, if we're going to look into this, so, what do you really hope to see from the attack coming into this match? You don't have a lot of options. You got Moise Kean, you got Kulusevski. You really got Bernardeschi, and that's, I guess, do you all want to have out your Bernardeschi argument that you were talking about earlier? Are you all going to argue this today?
I think there's no argument. I think he's just not good. And I think that's the bottom line. He can't play as a forward like he says he can. He can't play as an attacking midfielder like he says he can. He dribbles the ball out of bounds constantly, and his 6.5 performance was him just running around. I'm sorry.
He adds nothing. Wait. So if you don't hear a defender's name, that's okay. That means he's having a great game.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't hear an attacker player's his name during the entire 70 minutes he was on the field, that's meaning he has a shit performance.
Yes.
And yesterday he was not good. He kept on of the ball. I don't know. I would say quite well, but he just plays it backwards or just plays it sideways. He doesn't go past his man. The best he gives you is winning a corner or something like that. But when he's on the ball, you never have the feeling, oh my god, now it's happening. He's gonna go past the player. He's gonna. Yeah, it's basically a waste of space, waste of a player on the field.
Yep.
It's what it is. There's a reason why he gets moved all over the pitch. Under Sarri, under Pirlo, and now under Allegri. And there's also a reason why he's a free agent, and the club. There are no rumors. The club are in talks with him for a new contract. That's everything you need to know. The club is willing to let him go on a free. So
and nobody wants him anyway.
Yeah, he will end up at Lazio or Roma, because I think 2 or 3 years ago he said, "Yeah, I like the Premier League." I mean, he will get killed in the Premier League.
100%.
He will, I think he will just be a bench player and like a really bench player, like not getting any minutes in the Premier League.
He'll be like
He's not good enough.
Like a practice squad player, basically.
Yeah, just Carabao Cup against I don't know, Wickham Down or something like that on a Wednesday night. Then he will play.
Yeah,
He's not
and then
good
he'll
enough.
score, and then he'll score a goal and say, "Look at me, I'm the best."
Yeah, and that's something that's annoying me even more about him. When he goes out, he plays against San Marino, he scores a goal, and he comes out saying, "I got confident here." But then when the Euros are up, he's sitting on the bench because you're not good enough. And I saw people saying he played a good Euros. What did he do? He scored 2 penalties, pressure penalties, but that's not having a good Euros in my opinion. I mean, he just came on to take 2 penalties. So that's what he did during the Euros. He did nothing. And if people think that's having a good performance or that's enough to play for Juventus, then we deserve where we are at the moment. That's what we deserve.
100%, man. We are on the burnout out train.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate it because I see people saying some weird stuff on Twitter. It's just not good enough. That's
weird.
That's a reality. Like McKennie is not good enough, or Ramsey, or Betancourt, Rabiot. I mean, to start week in, week out, they're not good enough. If you want to reach a certain level, if you want to stay on this level, then sign them up.
Exactly.
French Girl says the only good thing about Burner is handsome Italian looks. What I mean, he has that going for him, and that's about what he's got. That's about what he's got.
Good for him.
Hey,
I'm really happy.
Hey,
he can model our new shirts every season.
Yeah. Hey, he's doing that. He's making more money than any of us. Anyway, 100%. Right? Usman says, to be frank, Bernardeschi looked like an amazing player in his first 2 seasons with us, and that was and what was fantastic. I'll let you find it. You can fight in just a sec. It was fantastic for Fiorentina, but he was just overcomplicates everything. Ends up messing with the most basic play, and it's sad. You want to battle on the first 2 seasons?
Yeah.
Wait, the last part is spot on.
Yeah.
I think the first 2 seasons were okay, not amazing. I mean, amazing was Chiesa's season. That was amazing.
Yeah, 10 plus goals, 10 plus assists.
He scored more goals in one season than Bernardeschi did in his entire Juventus career. So I won't say that's amazing.
No. Yeah. There's stats that back it up. There's just the eye test that backs it up.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Smiley face, the last 2 buys from Fiorentina were flop.
And
not flop.
No, he's saying a flop and a win. He's saying Burner was a flop.
Okay.
Yeah, it took me a second too. I had to process it.
I was like, what?
But yeah. Okay, I want to get back to this. We'll come back to Smiley Face's comment. Let me touch on this, and then there's a question I want to ask you all regarding the future. But first, let's get into Usman said, do you guys think the dysfunctionality of both teams between Chelsea and Juventus make the game much more open than static as a definite loss?
It's going to be 0-0 if anything.
That's a win. If we get 0-0, that's perfect. If we have a scoreless game and I'm asleep on the couch, that's fine. Or I guess I'll be asleep in this chair, not on the couch. I'll be watching it from here. I'll be okay. I'll take a 0-0.
I don't want to jinx it, but Tuchel at Chelsea is not a coach that will go at you from the first minute. He will basically a bit like Allegri, just see what's happening, so if he's taking that approach again, because we are taking that approach, you can bookmark that. But if Chelsea's taking that approach, it's gonna be a very
low
tactical game. It will be a very tactical game, and until I don't know, he brings on Ziyech or something like that. I don't know, or Cuadrado's not starting, and Allegri brings on Cuadrado. Then space might be opening up, but based on the evidence out there, it's gonna be a tactical game.
Yeah.
Which, if I were Chelsea, I was not doing that. Looking at Juventus at the moment.
Yeah.
But, and then Satidja goes off talking about Chelsea, saying against Zenit they hardly beat them 1-0, a late Lukaku goal, so we still technically have a chance.
Yeah, but I mean that's it's one game. I mean, I don't know. It's Champions League. We struggle against worse sides than Zenit in the future with better teams. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one game.
I also hate to say this, not that like I'm trying to think the best way to put this, but I guess overall, I just wonder if maybe Chelsea will get up for this match a little bit more, just because Juventus is a name, it's a brand name. It's not going up against Zenit. It's not going up against Malmo or whatever have you in this situation.
Yeah.
So that's I think that at least.
Justin, that's a very good point because like English media is going to hype this up.
Yeah,
for sure.
They're already doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be an opportunity.
So I wouldn't, and then Lukaku's going to be hyped up. You know that because he always struggles.
Yeah, against Chiellini.
Yeah. So,
and then going back,
we'll be up for it.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the one thing. Yeah, definitely, because I can see, like you said, English media using this as an opportunity. Not that they maybe feel like they need to, but as an opportunity just to, I guess maybe exert a little bit of, Premier League dominance over the Serie A or something. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just a measuring stick, if you will, a dick measuring contest. Smiley face. They were saying, and that's what I was going to get back to. They were saying about the flop and the win. They said the next time we get a player from Fiorentina is going to flop. That's why I'm against buying Vlahovic. Now we talked about this a little bit on the post game show about Haaland and Vlahovic and the future of Juventus as it sits right now. So basically, I guess what we looked at it is you're kind of in the boat, Alejandro, that neither one's going to happen. Is that right?
No, yeah, but also Vlahovic is not flopping because he's too good and he can't flop.
Yeah,
I mean, he's too talented to flop as a striker playing for a big team like Juventus. He will score goals. He will get he will get the ball and he will score goals because he's just a natural goal scorer. That's what he is, and that's what he will do at Juventus with players like Chiesa and Dybala around him.
Yep.
So I don't think he will flop if he comes, but if he will cost 80 million, there's no chance we will get him. Unless, like I said yesterday, we make a sale, and the sale will be De Ligt. But then again, you need to replace De Ligt, so it's starting all over again. I think next summer is gonna be even worse than this summer because we need to replace many players who are leaving for only free. Because I saw people say you don't need to replace Bernardeschi and Nishida. Well, you do, because you're losing squad players. I mean, it's not like you can play Dybala 40 games a season or Alexandro again 50 games a season or something like that. So you need to replace all those players, and that's why I don't think we will splash the money for a striker. Also because basically we are buying Keane, and I think they will buy Morata because Allegri likes Morata. And then again, that's the main question. Will you spend 80 million on Haaland or Vlahovic and spend nothing on our midfield and just keep Ramsey, McKennie, Betancourt? I mean, at that point, it's, I don't want to say useless having Haaland, but it's just a fancy buy. It doesn't suit the needs of the team at the moment. And I just want functional players next summer because we don't have a DM. We need a DM, in my opinion. We need, we need a left or right back. It depends who you will flip, or I don't know. Also because Sandro's getting old, Danilo's getting old, Quadrado's getting old, Chilio's leaving, so you need to replace that, and you need to bring in a center back, unless you want to keep Rugani, which I hope they won't do. So that's why my opinion is they won't go for Haaland or Vlahovic because they will spend that money elsewhere. I hope so.
And this, I'm trying to sit back here and just trying to like think about it because there's a little bit of me that it would be frustrated by that, but then I understand, like you said, those other points are bigger. We're gonna have bigger struggles if we bring in Haaland or Vlahovic, and then we have nobody who can get the ball to him or at the same time or whatever have you. You have other issues on the field, but the one thing I worry about though is we don't really have a guy who's really just like kind of a take over the, a guy who I feel like Vlahovic would kind of be, a guy that would, or definitely Haaland would be, that would take over in the attack. Because I mean, can Keane become that? Or are we putting in hopes that Morata's going to be aggressive all of a sudden? Because he's not. That's the only thing I give him is he's a good goal scorer, but he just doesn't have that aggressiveness. He doesn't have that killer instinct, and that's what I'm hoping to find.
Can I?
Okay. No,
go ahead.
You go.
I was gonna say.
No, I want to say
goals aren't our issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need a 35 goals. Like okay, it'd be great to have one. It'd be yes, God. Holland. I want Holland. 40 goals a year, no problem. I would love that. But that's not our issue. Morata can score 15 to 20. Dybala can do that. Keane can get 15. Chiesa can get 15. Like, we don't need a one guy. And it's better to score as a team anyway, because that means you have 4 guys that can potentially score a goal besides one, like last year Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And where did that get us? The collective unit as an attack is much more threatening. And that we've seen that. We've seen how many times we scored 3 goals this year in a game? 4 times already? 3 times?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. I think Morata and Keane will split the goals. But also look at City. They're not playing with a striker, and they score goals for fun. They don't have a striker. They don't even have a striker. And last season, he played Kevin De Bruyne as a striker at some point. And they were still scoring 4 or 5 goals a game. So I'm not saying we're going to be Man City, but look at the quality they have on the wing and midfield. They have 2 starting squads basically. Yeah. We don't have 1 starting midfield squad player. So I would think they will split goals. And I see a comment from Dominic saying, Ioani 90 or something. He said, I'd rather see Skamak up front and a Pogba level player. Not Skamak, but yeah, the top, the same basically thought process. Just just keep Morata and Keane and just invest. Just invest in midfield. Just pay the 20 million for Morata or something, 28.
Yeah.
And just fix that midfield.
Yeah.
I mean, because the midfield it's like 4 years now, 5? No, I would say 4 years. That's just going down, and now it's just the level is on the floor. I mean, just Locatelli, and I don't know, just playing with, I think, worse players than it's Sassuolo, basically, almost inconsistent players.
One of my biggest frustrations when it comes to I guess it's just the sport in general when it comes to calcio, if you will, that I almost feel like when it comes to other sports, basketball, football, American football at least, and other things, you can kind of talk a little bit more about development and getting into that. But I feel like a lot of times it's really, how often do we really talk about development of players when it comes to, I feel like professional soccer, football, for the most part, because I feel like a lot of times, maybe it's just also Juventus has guys that aren't really maybe worthwhile of developing, or that they've met their max and it's not not there. I don't know. Does that make sense at all? What I'm saying, You're
talking about how Bentancur's stalled.
Yeah.
He's progressed.
Yeah.
But or maybe he's even regressed. You're talking about that, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's just
we're doing at least what is it? Make egg salad or whatever the hell it is. Potato salad or whatever the shit. Whatever it is.
I don't think
it depends. It depends on a player though, right? Because you saw Chiesa developed into a growing player last year. Was that Pirlo? Was that because of Pirlo? Or was that because Chiesa is just going to naturally do that because of what he has?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we got Betancourt because Davis wanted to go. I mean, it was not like a planned purchase. I mean, if Davis was not going to Boca Juniors, something like that, while being on a contract, we would never have gotten Betancourt.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's that. And on top of that, the management the last season has been all over the place. I mean, Paratici wanted to play better football. They got Sarri. Sarri was a disaster in the dressing room. So they got Pirlo, now back Allegri. So the players are also all over the place. You have players Sarri basically wanted to keep or wanted. Then you have players Pirlo wanted or wanted to keep, now back to Allegri. So, like I said, at the start of the season, it will take time. Because you already can feel the players Allegri likes and he doesn't like. He doesn't like McKennie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very clear. I think he likes Rabiot. But if an offer comes in for Rabiot, he will not say no, I think. I think he likes Betancourt.
Mm-hmm.
But you can feel it's not his. I don't want to say his squad, but the squad is really built. I mean, you have so many. Like you have Bernadeschi, you have Dybala, you have Chiesa, you have Kulusevski, you have Morata, you have Keane. So you have all those options, and then you look at the midfield. It's completely built in the wrong way. You don't have a DM. I don't know what McKennie is. Somebody needs to tell me what his position is.
Rover.
Yeah, but even that. I mean, the first game last season, I was like, okay, he can be that type of player. But the more the season progressed, I was like, nah, he's not really that player.
No.
So I don't know what he is. I don't know what Rabiot is. I have no idea what Rabiot is.
Yeah, is he a box to box or is he just a holder?
I think he can be a box to box, but he doesn't show that.
Yeah.
So I think the midfield is the biggest problem because it doesn't make sense to me. The players we have.
I got a question. Yeah. So we know Allegri's going to be here for 4 years, or at least unless he gets fired. But I don't think he's going to get fired. Rovella's doing so well for Genoa right now. Is Allegri going to ruin Rovella? Will he trust Rovella, who's going to be 20 years old next year?
Yeah, you go, Jess.
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. I don't know, honestly. I'm actually just trying to think about that. I don't know if he would. I honestly would like to see him get him a shot. The one thing that frustrates me the most is there's a lot of words or a lot of things that were said about it this summer that he was going to give him a chance, and it never really came to fruition. Like he never really, I mean, not that I know of, that he really like paid attention or saw much during the summer. I know it's a very short span of time that you have that. So I just wonder, when you say ruin him, what do you mean? Like when you're trying to say that
before that, he was never coming back this summer. He was always staying on loan. He was on loan for a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. So but ruin as in like he's bossing Serie A midfield in the midfield at Serie A games at this standard, at this level, correct? He's doing very well. You see accounting stats. You see eye test. Will he start over Bentancur and over Rabiot next year?
Oh,
he does come.
Oh, so you mean to come in?
It's ruining him.
Yeah.
Because
waste his time.
We see right now, Rovella. I'm saying he's better than those two.
Yeah.
At this point.
No, I think Rovella will only come back if players leave. So if a Ramsey leave, which we hope he will do, or McKennie, they will bring back Rovella and he will ease him in because that's basically the new policy of the club, young Italian. So I think Allegri knows that's the policy. Otherwise, he would have never taken the job. I'm not saying he will get Rovella and that's it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go win the Scudetto with Rovella. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Because he's not ready to play at that level consistently. Because it's playing at Genoa, okay, but then you need to play. I would say you need to start 35 games or 35 to 40 games, to win the Scudetto or to even play Champions League. I don't think he's ready for that.
For sure.
To do that, but I don't think he will ruin him. I don't think so.
I mean, this is where I'm going with development, right? Because right now he's on a very good path.
Yeah.
Right, and then to Justin's point,
do you think that'll stall out?
Yeah. Is he gonna just because he won't be playing?
Yeah.
Will Allegri want him to play over Bentancur and Rabiot next year? Because those guys aren't leaving. I'm almost convinced those guys aren't leaving.
Yeah, I don't think they're leaving. Also, wait. What I think is happening is they will get rid of Ramsey finally and McKennie. They will bring back Fagioli and Rovella, and they will buy one starter.
Yeah. Has anyone been following Fagioli? We know that one game he was good, but
he's doing all right.
Yeah. Okay.
He's doing all right. Allegri likes Fagioli, but he's not ready. People can say what they want. He's not ready.
Mm-hmm. There's Rovella right now. Yeah, Rovella right now is at a higher standard than him.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's playing Serie B. If he was that ready, he would play at Genoa or at Sassuolo or something.
Yeah.
But those teams were not looking at him for a reason. So that's what I think. But also, I said like a few minutes ago, I said a big player needs to leave, like big money.
It
also depends. A lot will depend on Arthur, on how he will come back.
Yeah.
and how he will play. If he can play like Pjanic, Allegri will love him. He will keep him, and he will be there, and that's better for us because we don't need to buy a new player. He's there.
Yep.
But I don't think he can play like Pjanic. He's not that energetic. I think he's a bit, I don't know, slower build. I don't know. He's not that. Pjanic can make a tackle or something. He's that. He can make a dirty foul or something like that. Arthur's not that, in my opinion. So I think a lot will depend on Arthur, how he will come into the squad.
Yeah, I think regardless, I mean, more than likely, I don't know how many games it'll take, but I think more than likely, you're going to see Allegri, if they bring back Rovella, he'll sit on the bench for a bit, or he'll come in reserve role for a while, and then we'll see if he actually ends up using him more often. I mean, I would hope, just like Locatelli, I don't know. What's the chance? How old's Rovella? Do we know? He's young?
I think he's 19, turning 20.
19. Like, what chance does he have of cracking, like, the main Italy squad in the next how many years? In the next how many years? You don't think it'll ever happen? I'm talking about
coming year.
I mean, I'm asking in the future years.
He's not soon, though.
No.
Not soon.
Well, see,
like 5 years maybe.
Well, the reason I bring that up and the reason I say that is because if you look at it, I guess the main reason Locatelli was kind of like Locatelli went out there and like you were like, you have to give him a shot. Look what he's doing over here for the Italian national team, even during the break or whatever. Why is he not starting? And then you saw him do it. But like otherwise, I kind of feel like, maybe I'm wrong, but like I feel like if that break wouldn't have happened, that maybe Locatelli would have sat for a bit longer. Or maybe he would have just kept coming in reserve moments. Just because I feel like maybe that's kind of what a lot of coaches like to do that. They love to do that. They love to, even if they bring in a guy who's a top tier guy, they'll use the guys that they're comfortable with, or that they say have earned it.
I think if it's really a player Allegri wants, he will play him. He will not sit him. Because remember Matuidi, he did his medical on Friday, and on Saturday on the first season game against Cagliari at halftime he just brought in Matuidi out of nowhere. So if the player that comes in like Rovella and he's a player Allegri wants, he really likes, he will play him because that's Allegri. He's stubborn. He will pick his guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. I mean, but like you said, if he's said by, if the club tells him we are giving you Rovella, and Allegri said, yeah, I'll take him, but he's not ready, then he will sit. But I see a comment, Pedri got a chance at such a young age to prove himself. That's true.
Different though.
But Pedri, it was very, very talented. He was on the next level. I mean, I see people saying that a lot, comparing Pedri with Fagioli. I mean, that's quite insulting for Pedri, I would say.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because there was a lot of noise around Pedri, even when he was not at the first team.
Barcelona bought him for like 17 million.
Yeah.
He's like a 17-year-old.
The only noise around Fagioli is on Juventus Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's completely different. But I agree that you need to get more chances, more often and a bit sooner. But in a team that's struggling, I would say that's not helping a young player.
No.
At all.
Yeah. Guys,
like Rovella in this current climate, it wouldn't help him at all because he wouldn't start firstly and they'd be losing still. So where he is, his development path at this point is a good one. Fagioli and what's the other guy's name? Ranocchia?
Yeah.
They're still a bit away. They're still a bit of ways away.
Yeah.
Also, imagine the pressure on those players by the fans. That would be.
Yeah.
Imagine Fagioli or Ranocchia or Rovella starting in these first 7 games and getting the same results. People will be calling for their heads.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe the best option then, definitely is for him until he gets called back. Is really just to be out there and just kicking ass for Genoa, and then that way, maybe it'd be better if he had a hell of a game against Juventus. To be honest, like maybe comes out, then he gets to see it 1-on-1, a bit more than just on tape. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just looking at it that way for the future. There were. Let me see. Where was it? H. Juni, I apologize if I'm saying it wrong, if it's Sujini or however you say it. Who would you like to see purchased as a left back next summer? I'm not keen on Alex. This isn't Torreira. It wasn't Torreira this time.
This is burner.
But they said I'm not keen on Alexandro being a starter. I'll be honest. I got to see the rest of the season because Alexandro has impressed me this year so far. He's been one of the few guys that I feel like has stepped up his game compared to what I saw last year. So right now, and
I feel vindicated.
Yeah, I'm actually been very happy with Alexandro so far.
If you can replace him, I would still replace him because, I mean, I'm not going to change my mind based on one season. Because his previous 3, almost 4 seasons were just average. They were not good. So if you can replace him, also because he has a high wage, he's not young old anymore. Then I think yes, I agree.
I guess my question though is going off of that. It's okay, and I'm fine with replacing him. He's another guy I'm not attached to. I'm not going to cry if he leaves. But at the same time, who are you going to get that's better? Who would you get?
Exactly.
Equal or better to him.
With all the money we need to spend elsewhere, I'm fine with 2017 Sandro right now.
Yeah.
I said he was going to be fine this year. I want my comeuppance. I want everyone to say I was right.
We'll scream.
It's been 2 months, not even. It's been a month, and I'm right.
Right? He's right so far. We'll give him that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I guess there's another. Huh?
I see Emerson Palmieri. No.
No.
Oh yeah,
he was fine for Italy, but nah.
Yeah. Well, is that me in the chat? Is it me just picking out an Italian player and just throwing him in there? That's what it looks like.
Bring back Spinazzola.
Also, I see one person saying, "What's up with Caio George?" And I need to agree because remember when he did his press conference, he said, "It's nothing. I will be back anytime soon." we are not even anything, not even in the newspaper, not even Tuttosport reporting anything, just nothing. It's like he broke his leg or something.
Oh shit! Yeah,
it's just vibes at this point.
I really just I thought about it. I was like, oh shit! It's gonna be October by the end of this week. So yeah. What is going on with him?
Like we heard Arthur's gonna be back after the international break, but nothing on Kyle.
No. That's something I need to look into because
he's probably been playing with the under-23s this whole time.
Yeah, do a little.
Nobody knew.
Do a little investigative journalism there, if you will. Anyway. Sorry, that's what Assad was asking. Do you guys think we need a proper left winger next season? I mean, isn't Chiesa? Isn't he proper? But he's not being utilized that way? Or am I wrong in that?
We have plenty of wingers.
Yeah. Too much. Too much.
Yeah, it's...
Like,
Anyway.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Hector, if we win against Chelsea, it'll be the win of the season. Yeah, I mean, it will be. It would be. It will be. But what am I going to do? I'm not going to daydream right now. It's just, I don't know. Let's see. Do you agree Chelsea's defense is really solid and our defense isn't? Our forwards aren't available. Dybala, Morata on paper, it's hard, but not impossible. Yeah, I think doesn't sound too far off from what we said most of the show.
I think our defense is solid. I think we're not solid as a team when we defend. Also, yesterday, I looked back when Cuadrado lost the ball. The team was so slow to react. It was But I thought I put the recording on slow motion.
Mm-hmm.
It was very slow. People were just looking around, not knowing what to do, and you can see goals. So I don't think the defense is a problem. I think defending as a team is at the moment.
Like reaction to transition play is very bad at this moment in time.
And that was basically Allegri's, A game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have the team ready for everything, which we're not at the moment.
No, I agree. Okay. 2 I want to hit on real quick. Let's see. Where was it? Arif asks, so Alejandro wouldn't get Haaland, Vlahovic, etc. because he doesn't judge on one season. Haaland's had more than one season, I would say. And
what? I've never said that.
I think he's saying about what you saying about Alexandro judging him off of one season compared to the other pack. But you're not judging on one season. You're judging on one good season and 4 bad seasons or 3 bad seasons. You're judging on 5 seasons, if you will.
Haaland's doing it for 2.5 seasons now.
Yeah.
Even at Salzburg, he was smashing. He was top scorer of the Champions League in his first season, and he scored half of the goals with Salzburg. And Vlahovic did it last season. But even in his first season, he struggled with scoring goals. But his movement was compared to other strikers. You just saw he was very good.
Yeah.
So no, it's not based on one season.
Yeah.
Man, like Haaland scored like 80 goals in 80 games in his career,
Yeah.
and he's 21 years old.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate how we're not going to get him.
Ryan.
But I'm still on that train.
Yeah, and Ryan brings up, I think you said somebody said something like this recently too, about a 4-3-3 would be a great ideal for the next game. We talked about it a little bit earlier, Ryan. I don't think you were here earlier, but basically earlier we were saying anything but a 4-4-2 is not happening for the foreseeable future. Unfortunately, I don't disagree with you that it wouldn't be a bad opportunity, but nothing like that's going to happen just because right now you're throwing way too much at these guys. They're confused enough already in a 4-4-2, let alone if you throw anything different. Daxter's had a good question though. This is what I want to get to. He said, if you had 70 mil right now, what two players would you spend it on?
Total? Or like each?
I see. I think he means total. So I guess you have you can do. I mean, you could split it up however you want. You get a Tchouaméni and then get a
ready?
yeah.
Yuri Tielemans and Paul Pogba for free.
Yeah, I mean,
No, yeah.
no, I
Good?
yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with you. Oh, I forget that. I just think I'm hosting. I forget. I guess I could answer the question too. Personally, I always just forget I'm just doing hosting stuff. So I throw the questions to you guys and I forget to do it myself. Okay. If I'm going to go into this, how much Tchouaméni going to cost?
40,
Like 40 or
45.
50?
40.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go get Donnarumma. We're gonna go get Donnarumma. We're gonna get Donnarumma, and then we're gonna buy out Chesney. There you go.
And buy out. We're gonna spend the money to buy.
That's
him,
all we're gonna
sign
do.
the contract and then buy Chesney out.
That's what we're doing.
Nice.
Alejandro, you got a plan?
70 mil. That's not a lot.
No, it's not.
For two players, I would take Tchouaméni. That's one player.
Mm-hmm.
And I would take like 25. I'd say 30 million. Oh my god, that's. I have no idea. 30 million player that will prove us.
Is there like a young Italian talent? Raspadori.
No.
How much?
I would not even pay 20 mil for it at the moment.
That's
Because
fair.
we don't need him.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It's not.
Emerson
No.
Palmieri.
No. I'll just take Tchouaméni.
In the pocket, the rest for later. Pay off some debt.
Pogba free. Tchouaméni and Pogba free. That's it.
That's fine. You can just use Pogba free
Yeah, the
for
free-
everything.
The 30 million is for Raiola. That's all.
Yeah.
Bond was asking, are Juve really interested in Rudiger? Hope no one gets hurt and clash with him. Is that the one that was floated out there? No, who was the one that was floated out there with Chiesa?
Yeah.
That's what
No.
that was? Or no?
Someone reported that Juventus are in for Rudiger, but he's asking for 9 mil at Chelsea. Juventus are not paying 9 mil for Rudiger. They already have delayed on that money. I mean, that's not happening. They're not even paying 9 mil for Dybala, so let alone Rudiger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
That's not happening.
The Vets just need a new goalie. Chesney's so bad. I mean, I'll say Padin wasn't. I didn't see much of a difference from Padin to Chesney after one game. So that's all I'll say for right now.
To be fair to Perrine, those are like point blank goals.
Yeah.
Or like opportunities. So like.
And besides the goals, he had one save in the first half, and that was Sampdoria entire game.
Mm-hmm.
So like, fine, whatever. He's not horrible, but.
Arif says Haaland is one season and a half at Salzburg, half at Dortmund, and then 6 games now. I mean,
That's not true.
Well, he played a year and a half at Dortmund.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I mean, look at his stats at Salzburg. even in the Champions League, look at it. That's not 1.5.
Kid's a machine too. Yeah, it's. I mean,
Yeah, his numbers are insane.
Is this a Reef guy doubting Haaland?
He's
No, he's doubting me.
He's doubting Alejandro. Yeah, he's not doubting.
because I said not basing Sandro on 1 season, but I'm basing him on 4 seasons.
Yeah.
I'm saying his previous 3 seasons were just bang average, so I'm not changing my mind based on 3 games. Not even if he plays this season on this level and you can replace him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to replace him if you can.
Yeah, I mean, what you were saying was you're just not taking 1 season, 1 good season out of 4 or whatever it is. That's what you're saying. I think they were just taking it out of context from what you're saying.
Also, it's not a season; it's 7 games.
That's true. That's fair. We are getting ahead of ourselves. Yeah. 2017. Yeah.
2017 Sandro is now September 2021 Sandro.
Yeah.
Let's run it. Keep it going.
Dan said, I'm calling it now Haaland to Juve next summer. You can't call it because Julian already called it, but it's also not happening. But I would love for it to happen, but yeah. And then Johnny said, why would Haaland choose Juve the way we are when Real Madrid and EPL is calling him? I mean, is Real Madrid in that much of a better position right now? I mean, overall? I mean...
if they get Mbappe and Bogbanov free, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's true. That's if, though. Okay, that's fine.
Talk out, though. Real Madrid has a salary cap, so... Let's hold on there for a sec.
True.
Yeah, but Bale is leaving. He's out of contract. That's 80 or 90 mil off the books already. Mm-hmm. He'll probably
He's
sell
making
Isco.
90 mil a year?
19, yeah.
Oh, 19.
Even more.
9-0.
No. No, even more. I think in the 20. Oh. So Isco is making 6. He's leaving. Asensio is basically leaving. He's also making 5 or something.
Yeah, okay. If they offload all those players, then yeah. It's probably
they'll figure it out. It's Paris. He will figure it out.
James says Barilla like the pasta,
like the sauce.
Yeah.
He wanted Barilla. He wanted Barilla with the 70 mil.
Yeah. I know. I just thought it was funny the spelling, anyway. Allegri doesn't usually change formations immediately. He's picking up 4-4-2 from last season, same way he picked up 3-5-2 from Conte in 2014. Yeah, that's what we talked about a bit earlier. But yeah, it's going to be a bit before you adjust anything differently. Mr. Dax says, personal question: are you guys good at football/soccer in real life? I am not. I can tell you that right now. Mainly just because I played it as a kid. It's just more been something that I personally love and enjoy watching. My sport is one that's not nearly as it's not as technique based. It's the way that I'll describe it.
Catch and throw, bro. Catch and throw.
I didn't even do that. I was just stop that guy. Yeah. You guys can answer for yourselves if you want.
I'm okay. I mean, if I was that good, I wouldn't be sitting here. So.
I'm in the same boat.
Hey, Julian coaches, guys. Yeah.
I was fine. That's it.
Okay, Usman, Tom Brady, or Andrea Pirlo? Who's the bigger goat?
What?
Tom Brady, 100%. What?
I mean, yeah, I would say is Pirlo. I mean, I love Pirlo, but is he the goat? I'm not trying to get into an argument. I love Pirlo.
No, he's just one of the best midfielders who have ever played, but I don't think he's the best midfielder who have ever played.
Yeah, and Tom Brady's one of those guys, I guess when I was younger and stuff, I'd always argue, not against, but I'd just be like, whatever. But, I mean, dude earned my respect. Like, what he's done, he goes, everywhere he goes, he wins. You need a guy like that.
Tom Brady's the GOAT.
It's like, I mean, but that, yeah, what he does is basically, and again, it's, it's a little bit different. There's a lot more competition, a lot more teams or whatever. So I guess you can adjust it how you adjust it. But what he does is the equivalent of going to, 3 different teams and winning, or I guess it would only really be 2. But anyway, winning that many Champions League. I don't know why I got so like it was a serious debate. Anyway, why in the world would Haaland? Okay, it's the same question. Madrid made a ton of sales. They got money. I don't really follow Madrid that closely, so
it's not sales that are the problem. It's the salary that could be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll do a couple more and then we'll wrap it up now. I know you guys got places to be. Dominique says, if we don't get top 4 this season, can we actually buy Chiesa for 40 mil? Does the clause also apply not in the event of success?
No, we need to buy him.
Yeah. Yeah, Juventus, I mean, would be in a bigger hole if they don't buy him than if they spend the money. You know what I mean? Like, you can't lose a player of that quality.
No, but they are obligated to buy him. I mean...
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It said Juventus said option, but Fiorentina's in their statement said obligation. So I will go
there's no
Fiorentina's
excuse.
statement. Yeah, so there's no way out.
Yeah.
You need to pay the money.
Okay, and then Dan was asking, who do you think will play an attack Wednesday against Chelsea? My guess was the best guess. I mean, it's really not. We don't have a lot, so it's Kulusevski and Moise Kean is what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, any other thoughts? Anything else you want to get off your chest for today before we wrap up the show? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. Thank you for if you end up liking our content, make sure you please like it. It really does help our channel continue to grow, and then hopefully we can end up bringing you more and more content in the future with different ideas Alejandro and Julian and I have been throwing around to each other. Real quick, Dax, people saying score predictions, and guys who are asking for predictions, tomorrow will be the day for the predictions. They'll be doing the preview and all that stuff. So for now, we will wait.
Wait, I see Sad saying who's playing at the back. It's gonna be Bonucci Chiellini. You can basically bet your house on it at this point.
Yeah, when you're going up against them, and then you have if you have Lukaku, is Lukaku gonna play?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just saw last match. I don't know who they played. I can't remember. I saw he didn't play that one, but it may have been against a nobody team. I wasn't really paying full attention.
No, he didn't play it against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup, but he played against City on Saturday.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. Thank you. Okay. Any other final thoughts that you guys want to get out of the way before we get out of here?
Everyone stay healthy. Whoever's left, stay healthy.
Especially the players.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of us, we don't matter if we're not healthy. It's just the players.
Yeah.
That's all we really care about. Anyway,
I don't really care about you guys. I'm sorry.
You better start caring. I might be missing again, and then you need somebody else to do more videos. Julian's gonna have to get up during the middle of the day and leave work and start recording videos. Anyway, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. As you always do, we like to bring you these lives, bring you different content each and every day. We enjoy hanging out with you guys, getting to know you guys as well, and hopefully more and more in the future, we'll be able to do some kind of way for you guys to have more participation in what we do here. We want to hear your voice as well. That's what we do here. We are for the fans, by the fans, and that's something that we really want to make sure that we exemplify in what we do every day. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Make sure you follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at Justin Sofro, and also follow my boys Julian Genotti at Genotti151. It is at the bottom of the screen there. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.